Yeah, Gregg Berhalter there talked about, the spirit of the last 3.5 years, building something special and really looking ahead to the World Cup in 2026. Of course, USA got out of their group. They were here in the last 16 to play the Netherlands, and it didn't go the way they wanted to. But I just wonder, it's something that you've touched on, Christopher, that you can say all the things about being proud of the team and all of that and the spirit that they've created, but for you it feels like it was down to that team selection that really put them on the back foot going into this game.
Yeah, I think that the team was in optimal form. We saw how they played against England. England's a top team, and they took it to them. I think that Reyna not playing enough. He has quality. He's played in big matches. Aronson, we see him week in and week out in Leeds. He's been a revelation for the national team in qualifying. He got very select few minutes. I think that I know that the United States is very disappointed in the selection of how we came out in the first 45 minutes, and the game was put away pretty much the 2-0 in the first half, and you have to play to get the attacking impetus. So from that standpoint, I'm disappointed, but at the same point, we're not in the trainings right there, so we're not seeing the players playing day in and day out. But I was just a little disappointed in that, and I think that the players have higher capability, and capacity to be able to perform. Not taking anything from the Dutch, because they're phenomenal. They have the pedigree. They've been here every tournament, and they're always going to the quarters and they're going to the semis. I think they'll match up quite well if Argentina goes through, or Australia, whoever. I think it's going to be a cracking match.
Yeah. Is it the same sort of feeling for you, Jermaine? Do you feel that it could have been different if the team was selected was different?
Let's say this. I think that the team, as an ex-player, we all know that you look back to this game, especially somebody like Christian Pulisic, and thinks like, what happens if I score that first goal? Like what happens if we, there's so many things that go now to your head, and you think like, oh, we battled with England, we battled with the teams, and we showed that we can, play with them. And then you go out here, you have more possession and everything too, and you have the first chance to go up, and then you get 2 goals, where you kind of sleep while watching, and you get punished straight for that, and then you 2-0 down, and then you have to come and then you get a goal, but then you get straight again punished for a mistake again. And so I think you're looking back as a young group and say, okay, what we take out of here, right. We learn from that, we build, we start keeping building. And then in 26, hope that we learn from that, we can close down that mistakes, that we maybe have an opportunity to go farther than round of 16.
Was it a better Netherlands team that punished you, Christopher, or was it just a step too far at this stage?
It was a better Netherlands team by far that punished. But again, there's Jordan Pifak, who was leading scorer in the Bundesliga for a period that's not here. There's Ricardo Pepi, who scored 3 goals in qualifying to help the U.S. get here, saying it comes down to we're playing a top side like Holland, and we don't really have a true number 9. So if you're going to play a false 9, then use Reyna or use Pulisic in that area, and go with your guns, the Ferraris on the side with Reyna and Aronson. So I just feel that's where, and take nothing away, I think the harmony amongst the group was great, because you saw how they played as a team. The team was great collectively. So credit to Berhalter and his staff for doing that. I thought it was fantastic. But in the moment, we changed the center back that played last match. Van Gaal on the other side kept the same side completely. And then we've made 2 big changes. Obviously, Sargent couldn't go. And so there you have to find the right formula. And I think for the first half, we didn't do that. That's why we saw Reyna come in the 46. But also the center back position as well. They didn't have that coordination between them in positional sense, obviously, because there were 3 chances and 3 goals.